Right, we're good. Ready to roll.
Fantastic.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Great to see you guys. Hey there. At the end of every month, we are so delighted to have Dr. Hank on the call to lead us into the best. Best is yet to come. Always raise our vibration and just feel good. It's all about our thoughts. Yes, we have an amazing technology and business, but it's not going to get anywhere if our thoughts are stuck in what we don't want. So we are very excited to have, I call them Hanksters, Dr. Hank here, and he's going to lead the way and go over some topics that we are going to enjoy and just get ready for the ride of your life. And here we are. So welcome everybody. And Dr. Hank, I'll leave it to you.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. And that what I wanted to do, if everybody's ready to sing, because we're going to do a little singing here. And Deborah Crystal, happy birthday. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Deborah.
Deborah.
Happy
Happy birthday
birthday to
to
you and many more. So
Thank
that's a
you.
good way to raise your vibration.
Yes.
Well,
That was the best.
welcome. And Deborah might be with little baby Jibra here and there, so don't mind that. We welcome you back, Deborah, though, that we know you're getting more and more back involved in the business, able to have the luxury of taking months off and being able to be in your dream home. You actually, when you were off, you won a trip. I mean, this is how amazing this business model is, and it can be for all of us. And today we're going to be talking about raising our vibration. And so maybe some of you, first of all, say, like, what does that have to do with anything? And what's a vibration? But the net result is that even though it's the last Friday of the month, that we still have a whole week left. And basically, the 31st is next Thursday. And we get to choose. We get to choose on how are we going to end our month? And how are we going to have the next quarter, September, October, November? How are we going to have the best, actually, through the end of the year? How are we going to have the best end of the year that we've ever had, the best moments down? And it all has to do with this concept about vibrations. So if you want to increase your business, if you want to have more money, if you want to do and have more of the things that you want, better relationships, more business, passive income, if you want to be an angel of communication, all of that is going to be what we're going to talk about today. And that's this all important vibration. And when you understand, in fact, I just had someone about 2 hours ago text me a video where, and I didn't ask for this or anything, it's just that it was in my vibration about, I'm going to be talking about vibration. And it showed scientific proof that everything has a vibration. And so I would suggest that you take notes on this, that afterwards, that you actually study this and kind of review the notes. Most people don't accept new ideas till at least 6 times. So some of the things I'm going to share with you today, you've never heard before. In fact, the world has never heard before, some of the things. And some things may be kind of heard of or whatever. But believe me, that when you understand this, and when you do the easy, simple ways to raise your vibration, that everything that you have asked for will come to you. You like that? Yeah. So let's talk, to understand things, it's typically better to take a broader perspective of what's going on in this world. You know, we kind of think that this world is just however it is in our lives. And the broader perspective is that the whole universe, and what I share with you is proven that all of this, in fact, everything I share today has been proven by science. I just share with it a little bit differently so it's more easily understandable for us. But basically, the bottom line is that this whole universe, everything is energy. And so, you know, some people may say, but my finger, that's not energy. Actually, there's more space in your finger than there is matter. And it's all moving, and everything is moving. Now, I'd like to incorporate our higher power, our source, the universe, what most people call God, because that's how you were brought up. I was just speaking with someone earlier today, and they kind of woke up and realized, oh, their religion, that, you know, it's pretty much man-made. A lot of stuff was man-made on it, and these rules, they change the rules. And, you know, you can eat this or not eat that, whatever. And I said, that's cool. Okay, man, and I just realized that your relationship with God and your higher power is between you and your higher power. The kingdom is within you. And so again, you're going to be hearing some things, and I just want you to flow with this and just know that my only intention is to help you become the greatest possibility, for you to fly, for you to have everything that you want. And there's only one thing that has held you back from having everything that you've asked for. And you've heard it before, it's ourselves. And it's this little chattering committee, this what I call our lower self, when we're disconnected with God, our higher power. And then we start judging. Do not judge. Yet the main judge, the head of the board in this little committee in our head, is the judge. And the main committee members, like the main one, is fear. And so the opposite of love isn't hate. Actually, it's just things we fear. So let's get back to this vibration. So everything is energy. And we have been given the power to, again, I love using God in this. This is a loving energy of God. That's what this whole universe is. Everything comes from God. It's this loving energy. And we have been given the gift to be able to mold that energy through our all-powerful thoughts and then feelings, mold that energy, the energy that creates worlds, that we can mold that energy into our experience, into having our dreams come true. This is how powerful we are. Now, most of us don't believe that, because we were told as children, you know, you should be seen, not heard. And then when we were 16 or 18 or whenever those people think we were right, that they never said, oh, it's okay to, you know, speak up now. And so, you know, I remember my dad used to, when we'd be around important people, you know, he'd say, these are very important people, you know, I act right like I'm unimportant. And what he was really telling me, without him knowing it and without me realizing, that I'm not important. And so think to yourself about how often that has been. But each one of us have been made in the image and likeness of God. So there's this energy, there's this vibration. And so that's like the first principle, to understand God is this loving energy. God has given us the ability to be able to mold this energy into anything we want. It's pretty powerful. It's like all powerful. We are all powerful. In Deborah's new book, The Crystal Princess, she talks about this power. And there that is my video on. Oh yeah, it is. The Crystal Princess, and we just republished it. And now I have my other camera on, but that's okay. Let me just see if I can switch that up here.
Rated, so anyways, so yeah, and in there she talks about her superpowers. And where she got that was from the contrast. So we need to understand another principle about life. And that is that, so there's this energy, we can mold that energy into anything that we want. And we do that through our thoughts, through our asking. Ask and you shall receive. It says asking, and it's this thought, and it's our thought every moment of every day. And there's 60,000 thoughts that we have. And most people are investing about 80% of their thinking into what they don't want. So no wonder why most people aren't getting what they want. Main reason why people aren't getting enough money is because they've been told things. It's a misunderstanding, misinterpretation of the Bible, but the root of all evil is money. No, it's a gift from God. It's a gift that gives us more choices, more variety. In fact, I'd write down right now, money equals freedom, because we need to change our thinking. And our thinking, so this vibration, our thoughts are vibration. It's energy. Everything is energy. So our thoughts are energy. And so what kind of energy are we? Because we will attract into us whatever we're thinking about. We're magnets. Where this is a world of attraction, not of insertion. Something just doesn't fall into our experience. That it comes because we've been afraid of it, maybe. Especially the bad stuff that we've been afraid of. And that's the second most powerful power that there is. So we need to understand another thing. And we all signed up for this, by the way. We all signed up that we would be these leaders of all that is, that we would come down to this world, this Mother Earth, and that we would be the brave ones. We'd be the ones leading the pack. And we would expand this energy through thought and our feelings beyond where it's ever been before. Just absolutely incredible. And the only way to have that happen is for us to be courageous enough to say, I'm going to come down to Mother Earth and I'm going to experience the contrast. Contrast is, in simple terms, is simply what we don't want. The stuff we don't want. And so if you'll think about, like, how many things you didn't want that actually help birth what you do want. And so, think of I'll give an example of my dad. My dad was in World War II, shot down, was in a German Nazi prison camp for 13 months. And he didn't know if he'd be shot that day, if he'd get fed that day. It was just horrific. And he was, I don't know, in his early 20s. And so when he got out, it was released by General Patton and his troops. When he got out, he came home and he decided when he had children, they were going to be rough and tough so they could handle something like he did. So when I was born, my dad was Hitler. I was in a prison camp. I didn't know. I mean, he'd take us out, me and my brothers, out on the top of a hill and just abandon us out in a dirt road in Wisconsin. We didn't know what to do, where to go, and why we were even out there. But apparently we did something that he didn't like, or he was going to toughen us up. And so we've all had that. Well, where's the good in that? And believe me, in every particle of the universe, in every person, in every thought, in every business, in your business, there is the wanted and the unwanted. And it's up to us. We get to choose what we're going to have. And so I chose to look at, as I became older, why is this good? Why is my dad in that example? Why is that good? And I realized it's good because my dad, without him knowing it, is going to make me what I want. And I wanted to be the best dad ever. And that's what I became. And my three sons still believe that I'm just, the best dad ever. I communicated with them today and then back to me. And it's like, this is just amazing. You can find the good in everything. So this contrast, so there's this energy and there's this contrast in the world. And here's what happens, that most people, when they brush up against the contrast, so let's say you're having your first call at Fireman's and the person says, no, I don't want it. And they say whatever they say, I don't have enough money. By the way, everybody has enough money. I can heal people with cancer and help. And so I can have someone come to me and they say, how much is it? And if they're dying from cancer, I can tell them whatever number I want and they'll pay it. I can tell them 100 grand and they'll pay the 100 grand. It's my value, the value of what I'm offering. And you are in a position to offer the most valuable things that everybody in the whole wide world wants. People want to have better health, and people want to have more money, whether they know it or not, because again, money is just good. And people want to have passive income. They don't want to work the rest of their life. And so you're offering, it's just a matter of effectively showing them the value of you. That's the main value, that they're making a yes or no decision. The value of you and the value of what you're offering. Well, we already have the technology. We have the world's only technology, better than blood, easier, that measures. And then we have the answers and solutions with the supplement. And so we have all the answers for them to increase their health, to basically eliminate, major illnesses in their life, to be healthy, like Deborah and I have been sick for years. Who else can say that? It's just incredible. And so we have it all. But what's going on? What is happening with our business? Why aren't we like the guy in this third world country who became Blue Diamond in 2 months? Why aren't we like that? And I'll share with you why. That because in our past experience, whether it's in our childhood, you should only be seen, not heard. Another good biggie, that the number one fear in America is the fear not of death, it's the fear of public speaking. You know why? Because when we were young, our parents said to us, and with a vibration in them, like it was going to kill us, they said, don't talk to strangers. And that rocked our boat. That hit us to the core. And we put that as our belief. And so it's done unto us as we believe. So we're afraid to talk to people. We should all just be overwhelmed. And this is where you increase your vibration. You go, I am just overwhelmed and excited to be able to share this good news. You're just sharing good news. And when you're excited and overwhelmed, people want a piece of that. They want to feel good. They want to be high flying. They want to be high vibrational. They want to feel good. In fact, everybody wants to feel good. And why is that? So, and I'll answer that here in a minute. But what has happened is we've had experience, been told things, and you've been told no on like the scanner or whatever. And what did we do? Well, what more importantly is, what did God do? God's with you every moment of every day and hearing your prayer, your thinking. And so when you've been told no or whatever, and in the past, and your beliefs that are prohibiting you from becoming all that you can. And so you have all of this to where that what has happened is you say stuck in what you don't want. God, when the first thing, an argument happens, a no happens, I got hurt happens, I got in an accident happens, whatever that contrast, remember we have to have that contrast in order to birth new thoughts and new feelings, emotions that make a brighter future for us and the world. But what do? We sit in our pity party. And we think about, man, I'm so upset that person said no. And then we start believing what we're seeing in front of us, like our bank account. Oh, it's not very much. Well, when you say, look at your bank account and say it's not very much, what's your prayer? Your prayer is, could you please give me more, not enough money? And God answers all prayers, whether wanted or not, because we have the free choice of what we're going to do, what we want. So where God goes with contrast is immediately knows exactly what you want and goes to this joy. God is always in joy. Your higher power, the universe, is always in joy. It understands the contrast on what it has birthed, and it goes there. And all we need to do is go with God and walk with God, and then the heavens will part. And everything that you've asked for will come to you. Now, hearing that, what are your thoughts? What did you like best? Questions, comments about what I shared with you so far?
I liked how you stopped us from going into a blame, shame, victim game when we have a negative thought.
Yeah. It's that shame too, and that guilt, that blame. Remember, the committee members are fear, the main one. Really, it's all consumed in fear and worry and doubt and complaining and shame, like you said, and guilt. That's what that is. And that if there's any devil, it's us suckering for that. Like us thinking that this is a bad world and all kinds of terrible things are happening. This world we live better than kings and queens ever did. It's an amazing world. I walked outside this morning. I asked for it. I became deliberate and intentional. So how do I raise my kind of the second part of this is, okay, I get the vibration. And I get that my vibration was low because I was thinking about what I didn't want. I was in my pity party. I was in my shame. I was in my guilt, whatever, on what happened before. See, when you transition back into non-physical, you'll look at your life and you'll see it all played out perfectly. And the reason why it's perfectly is because you birthed all of this. You expanded thought and emotions with God, but you didn't have a very good time doing it. Because you were too busy in your pity party. You were too busy playing with the devil, if you will. And so it's real easy. We get to say, and here's one technique, is if you get bottled up and thinking like before a call, oh, I'm so nervous and I hope they like it. I hope they don't say no. See, saying I hope they don't say no gets you no. Okay. And so you just go, and how do you know where God is? It's how you feel. So when you feel good, when you feel bad in those examples, you feel bad, simply do this. Say, this is what I don't want. And then ask, what do I want? And by asking, the Father will do the work and start giving you thoughts. And you'll be amazed. Oh, wow, I want to grow my business. I want to have a great call today. I want to build deep, meaningful relationships. I want to call in Archangel. See, you have so many resources out there, the non-physical resources. God, and under that umbrella, God has given us things like Archangel Gabriel to make us an angel of communication. Wouldn't you just love to say, oh my gosh, and you can right now, that, oh, I love being the angel of communication. I invite Archangel Gabriel in, and I want to be the angel of communication. I want to receive information and to touch my mind, my heart. I want to not only listen to it, but hear it. And then when I respond, I'm going to respond 60% of and the reason why I encourage everyone to use video is because 60% of my message is my body language. Okay? And 30% is the tone of my voice. But what does the committee have you working on? The least relevant thing, and that is, what am I going to say? Don't worry about what you're going to say. Ask Archangel Gabriel to come in. If you get along with that person's going to say, cool, when's the next meeting? You know, what's next? And is they like you? Is you're confident? You're sure? And the reason why you're confident you're made in the image and likeness of God, that you're an angel, you got all your angels, archangels there for you, you have God with you. You have all these resources backing you and supporting you. You've never been told that before. You've been told you got to go do it. You got to go do, you got to work. This is going to be tough. And guess what? Now this is your prayer. I got to work hard. And it's going to be tough. Well, then you'll get that. But you don't have to do that. It's going to be easy. I'm going to allow the Father to do the work. I ask and receive. I ask. In the middle of that is the Father does the work. We'll give you the thoughts. We'll make you a magnet to everything that you do want. So, other thoughts, comments?
I'll share.
Yeah.
Or Cash, then Cash. I want to hear you. No, I actually, sometimes you forget that you have a team of around you that you don't see. And sometimes I forget to call them in. But I called them in today and last week or so, because I felt like, I haven't been in the, doing the business for a few months, right? So I'm like a little rusty. So that, that nervous getting back into something, right? After a while of just being baby and me type of thing. But, having conversations other than here's your bottle, diaper, it was a little change, but now that I'm calling in Archangel Gabriel, the angel of communication, and I'm just flowing with it. And I had 2 people today say they want to get the scanner. I had one person doesn't even need a second call, with the validation, they're ready. And then, and it was just back to back, and I was just allowed myself to be who I am, and the baby cried, whatever. And it was they were at the right time of their life. One is a, pharmacist, and one was, franchise business owner, but just great people. And that's what I was asking for. So just ask for it. Be you. You're in the image and likeness of God. You have it all within you. And we have everything else available. We have the technology, we have the tools, and we have all the support, as you can see here. So it was just, and I feel really good after those calls, right? Because I was myself. I didn't have to fake it, and I just went with the flow of it. And I had one call, the guy was like, oh my God, he had another meeting, and he's like, I don't know where the time went, but I just want to continue this. So you just want to get to that next call. Don't worry about what the outcome is, and just expect the best, schedule the next call, be yourself, and call in your spirit team, because they are there and they are waiting for you. All right. Thank you. No, Cash. I apologize.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Deborah. Yeah. And so it is, and again, it's that committee that started out saying, nervous and haven't done it for a while. And then, I don't feel good with any of this. I want to enjoy myself. Enjoy. That's where God is enjoy. That's where I want to be. And so Deborah started changing her story, what she was saying to herself. And that, hey, I'm going to call in my resources. I have the most powerful resources in the whole universe that are going to help me. I want to be an angel of communication. And don't let your committee start judging you as you're talking with them. And if they, say something that you think is don't do that. Just assume that, hey, they're getting into this, that they're enjoying it. It's our vibration. Every person that you talk to has within them the ability to be angelic or not. And you are the one that chooses that on how you want them to be. And so it is this idea, so a technique on how to raise your vibration where you become irresistible. Okay. I just can't say no to you. I got to say yes. I want more. I want more. And as you do that you start saying things like, this is going to be, and I would write this down that before every call, that I'm an angel of communication. I call in Archangel Gabriel, that we have a great conversation together. This person is ready, willing, and able. My vibration is high flying. I ask to walk with God now. I ask to be excited, not this fear and worry about what I'm going to say. Just forget all that. All that does is slow me down to everything that I want. I want to be who I am. I have nothing to guard anymore. I am who I am, and I'm going to share that with them. I'm going to share the good news with them. It's going to be an amazing conversation. I love attracting people that are ready, willing, and able. I love attracting people who want what I offer and who pay for what I offer. Yeah. And that's pre-paving it. And so, like, just let's not say you're even on the next call or pre-paving the next call when you're out seeking leads that say, hey, this LinkedIn, that these leads, when I send this out, I'm going to attract the perfect people. This is what Deborah did. This is how she attracts. How does she get to people? She's in the same pool, the same area. Deborah actually has people from LinkedIn, because she hasn't been posting because she's been out, have been saying, hey, I'm interested. What do you do? I want to, get involved with what you're doing. Why? Because of her energy. It's her vibration. And one of the easiest ways to raise your vibration is to ask. I'd like to raise my vibration now. You have to have faith. You have to have belief that there is this unseen force that, again, most of us call God, that is here backing and supporting us, guiding us, loving us every moment of every day. Stop trying to be in control. Get out of the way. You simply ask what you want and why you want it. And so another technique is doing the joy shot in the morning. And the joy shot was created. I said, I offer that for $1,000 and you can have it for free. You just contact me and we'll talk about it and everything, how to do it. But it's specifically designed in order to raise your vibration. And here's how you do it. That you can, do kind of there's some pages to read because they're good feeling thoughts. That's another thing you can ask them. Is I want to have better feeling thoughts now. Why? Raises your vibration. I want better feeling thoughts now. And you'll be given it. All of a sudden you'll start thinking, I want big happy surprises to come to me now. I want easy money to come to me. Yeah, I don't want to work hard. That's no fun. How does work? That word work is low vibration. So you look at what words am I using? Am I saying work, that it's going to be hard? That's no fun. Don't even say the word traffic. My travels are smooth, easy, and enjoyable. In fact, watch some words. If you say, oh, my travels are safe, are you really thinking about safe? Or are you thinking about maybe the accident or unsafe? So there's a slippery slope on some words that you're using. So use easier words, more general. Instead of saying, oh, this person's going to buy, 5 scanners today, that you just, hey, we're going to get along great. They're going to understand my value and the value that I'm offering. That we're going to laugh together. We're going to smile together. Why not laugh and smile? And people say, oh, but they're strangers. Nobody's a stranger. Okay? Everybody is your next new friend. Everybody is the next person that's on your team. Everybody is the one that's going to contribute to your passive income. Okay, which is awesome. That's the other thing. Don't be selfish. Think about other people. Well, good luck trying to figure out how other people are thinking and feeling. The only person that you can think and feel for is yourself. And when you thrive, the whole world, everyone around you thrives. You're offering an amazing, incredible opportunity for people to have flexible hours, to passive income, to help them with their health. My God, to help their families with their health. We got it all. It's just we need to have that vibration of knowing, of excitement, of not, oh, I'm shy and I'm not confident and it's a stranger and oh, they probably don't have the money and or blah blah blah. And all that is it's just a little committee chattering away. I call it the drunken monkey. This little drunken monkey's chattering away, trying to preoccupy us because that devil doesn't want us to be successful, doesn't want us to be happy and join God. And happiness is more easy money. Happiness is deep, meaningful relationships. Look at the relationships that we have together. This is just incredible. We have these deep, meaning, loving relationships with each other. And it's like, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at Becca, I'm looking at Cash, I'm looking at Devil. I love you all. And some of you might say, well, hold on, you haven't even met me. I already love you. You know why? Because we're all connected. We're all connected with love. Underneath the committee, underneath the guards that are trying to protect your heart, underneath the chains and locks on your heart, that we're all pure love. We're all connected in this together. And so let's go have some fun. Let's go build our business. Let's go have more easy money. Let's go help the health of the world. This world continues to get better and better. If you turn on the news, they've spent millions of dollars to help talk you into that this world's going down. That's why I never listen to the news. That it has nothing to do with my experience. I don't care what Biden is doing or president. That doesn't matter. And here's another good technique is don't lower your vibration. See, anything you don't like, anything you don't want, lowers your vibration. We all have a vibrational set point. At the top of this vibrational graph, if you will, is God, is love, is appreciation, is freedom, is joy. And so that's where, when you're there and walking with God, that the heavens part and you'll have everything that you want. But at the bottom of that level, that is disempowered, where I don't feel empowered. I don't think I can do this. Okay. It's the fear, it's the worry, it's the doubt, it's the committee members at the bottom. And so you want to ask yourself, where is my vibrational set point? This is halfway. So if I'm a little above that, my life is a little bit better, more positive, more of what I want. But how do I get it to where I'm just walking with God? And you're being told, this is from the divine, to do the joy shot. It's getting focused on what do I want, getting clarity of what you're asking for. If you're preoccupied with thinking about what you want, you can't think about what you don't want, and about the no's or I don't have enough money or these silly things that people are saying. Because remember, what you're talking to, when they say no, it's just their committee. Don't take it personal. This has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with them. That we have everything. That they get you. They get this whole team. They get, with Deborah, they get Dr. Moore, they get Dr. Hank. They get a whole new life. They get that. Another thing I would encourage all of you to do is on Mondays at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central, the 10, Pacific, I come and join the Master Heart Family. It's where people, we're similar minded. We're spiritually a spiritual family where we share the good news of miracles that happen in our life. I'm looking at Cash there. Cash shared this miracle and he gave us an update before this that he prayed on this lady that was in the hospital on her deathbed, and he prayed for her health. She got healthy. She's at home now. She's progressing more and more. And now this has been a couple of weeks. So it's the power that we have. Christ said you can do these things and even more. He brought the dead back to life. I've done that. Then you can do that. All things. And again, don't get there's nothing in this world to get mad about, angry about, nothing. That this is all a blessing, but ask for it. And so what do I want? I want to see the wanted. Yeah, in everything. Everything is a want. I want to see the wanted. And my dad being a Hitler, if I can find the wanted, goodness gracious, you should be able to easily find the wanted and everything too. And you can. You just have to ask for it. I want to see the wanted and everything. I would write that down. I want to see what I want. And you'll start doing it. I walked out this morning. It was earlier than most mornings that I do. The sun wasn't quite up, but it was just getting bright. And I had this urge to go outside because I'm giving clues all the time by God and all that is on hints and clues and nudges and I feel it in my gut, and go by your gut. Whatever your gut says, go with it, fly with it. It's God talking to you. And I walk outside, and it's the most beautiful blue I've ever seen of the sky. And I think birds, and I look up and I look further up than, just kind of the low, and way up in the sky are hundreds of geese. And they're flying north because they know it's cooler up north than it is here in hot Texas and, under 9-degree weather or whatever. But and what it was breath giving to me. It didn't take my breath away. It gave me breath. Oh man, I love that. So think about what you want, and then appreciation. Think about the things that you appreciate. It's going to raise we all woke up this morning. We all can think. We all can feel. We've been given this amazing gift. There's literally trillions of things happening in our bodies right now to make our bodies function the way that they are. We can see, we can hear. You can just go on and on. You have this amazing business. You have Deborah, you have Robin, me. It's just, you have so much. Don't have the committee occupy your mind, your all-powerful mind, with stuff that you don't want. And you have the power to do that. So appreciation. And then we're all creators. We're co-creators with God. But you want to be a deliberate creator? Those two steps, think about what you want, appreciation. But then start pre-paving. Start calling it the way you want it. I have great calls today. I attract amazing people now into my business. I love building my business. I love attracting Ruby players. Ruby. Just want Ruby. I say that fast about 6 times. Ruby. You want that all in your mind. The more that you can consume in your mind the things that you want, the way that you want it, now you're asking for the life that your soul always wanted. To have more growth, to have more freedom. Because see, this is going to give you freedom. Because you think that your thoughts, that you own those thoughts, and you got to believe those thoughts. You got to believe what people told you before. And you think that your beliefs run you. Well, you can change your belief. We all have beliefs that don't serve us. And I have the way on how to improve your beliefs. And you can improve your beliefs to more of what you want, to those beliefs that serve you. And so we don't have to be in jail. We don't have to lock up our lives. We can love and love ourselves, love each other, and love the world. To love sharing this good news with the world, with good news to share. So hearing that, what do you like best about that?
One thing we have complete control over is our thoughts and what we choose to focus on.
Yeah.
So if we change our thoughts, we can change our life.
There you go. And it's been proven, so some people say, Lila, Dr. Hank is in Lila land and whatever, this guy's out of his mind, whatever they're saying, and I don't give a shit what anybody is saying, that I only care what God is telling me, and that's for me to feel good. And when I feel good, I know that, I'm on my lighted path. But here's what science has proven, that to create anything in our life, and this is, quantum physicists, molecular biologists, neuroscientists, all of the disciplines in about the last 7 years have all agreed that this is how to have anything come to you in your life. And they say that it is your all-powerful thought. It starts everything, and it does. Like some people say, well, I'm going to wait for God to, tell me. Well, good luck with the wait. God's waiting on you to do the asking, and then the Father does the work. It's not like God has a plan for you. You create the plan through the contrast, and you live in this life. So it's your all-powerful thought, they say, and that's true, that it all starts with your thought. And then they say that thought creates energy, and that's true too. That energy is our emotions. That's why our emotions create. One of the books I wrote was Think, Feel, and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich, but they edited out of his original manuscript, which is one of the world's top-selling books ever, because he was way out there. He was talking about having boards in his mind on, he'd invite Lincoln in, Abraham Lincoln and all these people, in, and he'd have these board meetings that create all this, magic. So he was way out there. This is in the 1930s. And, but the publisher said, look, we can't use this one word because you're so far out there. And guess what that word was? 37 times they edited out of his original manuscript. And the word was vibration. He was right on it. That's why I wrote this book, to put back in this vibration. So our thoughts create energy, our emotions, and our emotions then, according to the scientists, create matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. And this is why, exactly, Cash, thoughts become things. This is how life is. You get to control what thoughts, and you have the freedom now to realize that you don't have to believe those thoughts about how you were before, or you're tired, or you've never been a salesperson, or you don't have enough money. All of it's bullshit. Okay, you got everything that you want. You can manifest any and everything that you want. But what the scientists forgot, they forgot about our higher power, our inner being. They forgot about God. And so here's how life is. And as you realize this, and I would listen over this, we're going to get this, this is recorded and everything, and I would listen to this and just immerse yourself with this. I've helped thousands of people all over the world in order to become the greatest possibility and do just amazing, incredible things with business and money and health and all kinds of things. And it's as easy as this. To understand, this is how it goes. Your thoughts create energy. So that's step 2. Thoughts 1. Step 2, automatically create energy. In fact, you only have to do 2 steps on this. Your thoughts create energy, and that energy becomes a signal, and it goes to God, which is the kingdom within you. And that signal goes to God. And that signal is instantly your prayer from step 1 that got converted into emotions. It's the perfect communication system. Because when I say words like God, everybody has a different definition, but your emotion, it's the perfect way on how you're really feeling about this. And you send that signal to God. And God instantly, in step 3, receives your prayer and answers it. That's why all prayers are answered. And so answers it, but people say, but Dr. Hank, where's the money in the bank? Where's the car in the garage? Where's the person in the bed? Whatever. It's in vibrational form. And you just need to do the next step. And that is step 4. Allow it, believe it, and expect it. Aid. I call it aid. You just need to aid it. Which means don't ask her to grow your business and then when somebody says no, for you to go in your pity party and say, oh, I'm never going to grow my business. You just disallowed it. It's a resistant thought. Get rid of your resistant thoughts, and you have the power to do that. You have the ability to do that. And when you allow it and believe it and expect it, it'll show up. It'll be here. And you'll do step 5, which is you'll receive it. You'll experience it. So it's ask and you shall receive. So that vibration, what am I thinking? And am I up here with God? Because if I am, and by the way, it can be as long as you're vibrating that way, So I'll give you an example. I was speaking with someone earlier today, and they said, "Now I don't want you to tell anybody this, but I just love the Hallmark movies." And it was a guy telling me this, okay? And he hasn't told anybody probably ever in his life this. And he goes, "But I just feel great about that." And I said, "Well, that's great, Steve." No, that's not Steve. That I said that's great. That you'll get more business that way. And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, see, it's the vibration that if you're feeling good, everything, and God knows everything that you wanted, that when you're feeling good and you're with God, walking with God, you're not only going to feel good watching Hallmark, but the heavens are going to part. Everything that you feel good, your cup will overflow with, and that includes your business. And out of the blue, you'll get some business. Out of the blue, Deborah had these LinkedIn people contact. There's not even out there, asking at the time, if you will, but it's their vibration. And so we all can increase our vibration. And one of the easiest ways to do it is to have faith. Have faith in what I've shared with you. Have faith in God. God's answering your prayer. You just need to allow it. You need to get out of the way. You need to realize your committee is real. It's an illusion. Your fear is an illusion. Go out, stand tall, rise up, and just take life and say, "Now I'm going to go get it. This last week now, I'm going to make hay here. I'm going to build my business. The rest of this year, I'm going to build my business like nobody else has." This one guy has a desire. You have to have the desire. You can't get anything if you don't ask for it. But this one guy has for 100 blue diamonds in the next year. My God, he'll get it. Because he's asking for it, he believes it, he's got that energy, and he's flowing right there. He's flowing with God. And we all have the ability to do that. So ask, I want to feel better. I want to walk with God. I want to be happier. I want to smile more. I want to laugh more. I want big, happy surprises to come to me. I want it all. Give it to me. I'm ready. I am ready. I appreciate everything in my life. And I know that my future is now bright. And the more you consume yourself with these divine thoughts, the more you'll have the life of your dreams. Amen.
Amen.
Fantastic. Any other thoughts, comments before we leave and go out and live the life of our dreams? It's all yours now. You have it under control.
You just raised my frequency. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. And you'll get thoughts, you'll attract people, circumstances, and events that'll just blow you away. You'll live in the magic. And this is your kingdom. Your kingdom. Nobody, it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying, doing, etc. This is your kingdom. And your kingdom now prospers. I love you all. Bye-bye.